Okay, real live action role playing. No, not actually LARPing. Miss Harmony's painting yet again. I've showed you guys that before. We're going to talk about fixed blade Gerber knives real quick. Only because I've been meaning to do this, and it's about to thunderstorm outside. It's just a small front, so we're going to chew your sandwich. Hello, my beautiful daughter. No boys allowed. It's about to storm outside. Just a quick storm cell, but that'll be good because it'll knock the insane amount of humidity out of the air that we are experiencing right now. So boy child and I are on standby for these air rifles that we're about to go shoot. So I'm going to show you these fixed blade Gerber knives. We have multiple Gerber knives. They're not Ontario Knife Company knives. They are not K-bars. They are not SEs, but they are pretty good. So, you like yours? You like yours? Yeah. Great point. They're really good entry-level knives, some of them. So, let me spin this around and I'll show you what we're dealing with. Hold on. Okay, there are 3 knives here. 1, 2, 3. This is the Gerber Strongarm. This is the Gerber, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a good camp knife. And this is the Gerber Bear Grylls Ultimate, I think, fixed blade, or whatever. Gerber Big Rock is what that one is called. So, all 3 of them are fixed blades. All 3 of them come with sheaths. The LMF is also, as Nutton would say, a cast member in our family. However, the platform that it's being used in is not here in Oklahoma, it's in Texas. So we'll start first with the Strongarm. This comes in several colors, I believe OD, tan, and black. It has a good glass-filled nylon sheath that comes with it. Textured grip. Has lanyard hole on the bottom. This is metal that protrudes from the base cap. Can you all see that? Yeah, focus, you dumb thing. It's like, I don't know where to focus. Okay. Yep, and it's got a textured grip there, okay? This one, made in USA, Portland, Oregon. Okay, you can see the grind of the knife. You see the fairly toothy, sharp. This is Gerber's Mystery Steel. I like Gerber. I never believe them when they say that, oh, this is Aus 8 steel. No, it's not. It's your version of Aus 8 steel. I don't believe them. But it is good steel. Good enough steel. The blade is probably, it's more than 1/8 of an inch thick. I'd say it's probably 5/32 of an inch thick. It's approaching 3/16 of an inch thick. It's pretty stout. Good knife. What I like about the Strongarm, rather than the LMF, and I talk about this quite a bit, and I will review the LMF at some point. What I like about the Strongarm is how well it integrates into a vertical position on MOLLE equipment, which is why it's on this chest rig, which is why we're having this conversation, because of this lives in my truck as part of my bug out system. So when people are like, dude, what chest rig is that? What is it? Blah, blah, blah. Just go check out my myriad bug out reviews. There's also a review on this. This is the Condor modular chest set, where I discuss all of this stuff that's on here and why it's on there and the philosophy behind it and the whole 9. Okay, but that is the Gerber Strongarm. That's about $55-60. Good knife. Okay, moving on. Cheyenne's knife. This is the Gerber Big Rock, which is their mystery Aus 8 steel. There have been several versions or iterations of this knife that Gerber has done. This is the most recent one. The previous version had a little bit more of a Bowie knife shape, where this is definitely more drop pointy, but it's got the rubber scales, and underneath this rubber, I can tell you from previous experience with this knife, is an injection molded plastic that the rubber is then scaled over the top of. It's a full tang knife. It has a lanyard hole at the bottom, just right to fit a piece of hollowed out paracord through. And this is a true 1/8 of an inch thick. It's not quite as thick as the Strongarm. It's not designed to be. It's not intended to be. This is the compound edge, so it has serrations on there, as well as a fine edge, they call it. This is wearing an edge that I put on it. It's stupid sharp. Very, 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 very sharp, which makes the point that you can get these knives very sharp. This is not a great knife for what I would call a soldier knife, something that you would want to have integrated into your deuce gear, your web gear, your molly systems, anything like that. It is a good knife. You can see how it sits in hand. It's a good knife for general woods tasks, and it will get the job done. You can see it's got a notch here for a fire steel or a ferro rod, and with this knife, I have for Miss Cheyenne a ferro rod right there. See that? See how much darker it got in here? That's because of that storm cloud overhead. So that's the Gerber Big Rock. Now I have to tell you guys this. This one is the newer version. I was given this for Christmas by my wife back when we did those Christmas things. And I dropped the sheath. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the previous iteration of this knife I had, and I was showing a buddy from Mag this knife, and we were outside. I was using it to baton a little bit of wood to put in my big green egg to cook on for a Mag get together. I mean, small diameter stuff, like 2 inches. And just whacking on it, it broke from here right along here. Now Gerber has a lifetime warranty. I can send that knife back to them, and they will send me a brand new knife in the mail. In fact, the Gerber Profile, which is another budget blade from Gerber, you can get, it's about 18 bucks at Walmart. This knife is about 25 at Walmart, and it is a good knife for 25 bucks. It's well worth it. But the Gerber Profile, I broke it, and I sent it into Gerber, and they sent me a brand new one with a brand new case and brand new packaging, free of charge. So I need to send that old Gerber Big Rock in, and I'll have another one of these as well to lend out or give to baby Aspen when she grows up, so that she can get used to fixed blade knives. But I need to make sure you guys know that this can be broken, and I've broken it. But it's a good intro fixed blade knife. Is the baby awake? Oh, I got the be quiet sign. Okay, stand by. Y'all went ahead and woke the baby up. Say hi.
No.
Or don't. Say hi.
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 Hi. Hi. She's not happy. Y'all shouldn't have done that. Y'all shouldn't have done that. Shh. Don't wake the baby up.
You're the one who's talking.
Don't wake the baby up. Okay, the baby ran away. So, the Gerber Bear Grylls knife, fixed blade knife. This was also a present to me many years ago. It's had a lot of hard use, and really, for what it is, I'm quite impressed with it. It comes with this ferro rod in here, which, as you can see, has actually been used. Come on, zoom in. There we go. See that?
Mine has two. I just use it on. Well, I
Yep.
don't use my ferro. I use it.
But my point is here, you see that? That's been used. And a lot of guys will buy their gear and look at it and not use it, not play it. I mean, it's got mud and dirt on it, and you know. 1 second, son, okay? So it's been used. That's the idea. This also has my edge on it. Okay, compound edge, right? Fine edge up front, and then the serrations. But you can see wear and tear on the knife. Now, I want to be clear. I think Bear Grylls, when it comes to survival, is kind of a joke. Oh no, the baby's not happy. But this knife isn't. This is a good knife. You know, it's through, you know, I don't believe it's full tang, but I think it's 3/4 tang. It's got this pommel here for hammering. Lanyard holes, lashing holes. Oh no, the baby. And it's a good blade. It's thick. It's got this spot on the back for striking that ferro rod. It's 1/8 of an inch plus in thickness. Stand by. Okay, and then lastly, worth pointing out with this is the sheath. It has a diamond-plated, diamond-encrusted honing steel, not sharpening stone, but honing steel on the back. It folds up like this. You undo that Velcro tab. This folds out, and you have this honing steel here. And it's also got on the back of it a little pocket full of all the survival tips and tricks you ever wanted to know, okay? And, you know, standard belt loop. It's got a belt loop on it right there. You could integrate this into Molly if you wanted to, but I would not recommend it. It's not really designed for that. It's more of a survival knife. And in that vein, it does a good job. It's done a good job. This is now Harlan's go-to fixed blade knife. So, you know, fits in hand, rubberized. It gets the job done. All right, Attack of the Cranky Pants. Oh, you cranky pants. Attack of the Cranky Pants, not Tactical Cranky Pants. Although that would be a great website, tacticalcrankypants.com. Somebody buy that domain. I love it. Tactical Cranky Pants. Okay, if I had to pick one of these knives as my favorite, it depends on the application. For a soldier knife, it's this, the LMF. For a the baby is well versed. She passed SEER school. She's good. She knows what she's doing. If I had to pick one for survival, it'd be this one, the Bear Grylls. And then if I had to pick one for general camp use and for handing to people who are new at knife skills, it would be this one, the Big Rock, with the ferro rod attached to it. And that's exactly what they're for. Those are the roles that I put them in. So the big question is, where should your dollars go? The Big Rock is $25. Add $5 for ferro rod, you're at $30. Okay, you can buy 2 of those for either the Bear Grylls knife or the not the LMF, the Strongarm. The LMF is $150, but and worth it. But the Strongarm, I think, for a air quote soldier knife, delicious. The Strongarm for an air quote soldier knife beats the other 2 for sure. If you're gonna throw this in a bug out bag, I would think for your money for a bug out bag, if you have the money to spend, the Bear Grylls is a good knife. The LMF will do it as well, $150. The Strongarm will do it for about $60. The Bear Grylls is $60, and that Big Rock is $30. So the one thing is with the Big Rock, I do hesitate because I've broken it batoning, which you're probably gonna need to do, or you may need to do with a survival knife. So all that said and told, gun to my head, pick one for a bug out bag, the Bear Grylls knife. Gun to my head, pick one for a soldier knife, the Strongarm. I like it more than the LMF, believe it or not, and it's $90 cheaper than the LMF. And then the Big Rock is the Big Rock. It's a good knife. It's a good entry-level knife, especially if you have somebody like...
What?
Say hi.
Hi.
Somebody like that.
Third time I've said hi in the
Say hi!
Hi. Bye.
Bye. If you have somebody like that who needs to work on their fixed blade knife skills, or you are new to a fixed blade knife, the Big Rock is a great entry-level knife for that. I would recommend getting the fine edge without the serrations. I prefer a fine edge without the serrations, although I do own many knives that are partially serrated. So that's our recap, the Battle of 3 Gerber knives. She has an obsession with Velcro. I don't know where it comes from. That's the Battle of 3 Gerber knives. The Strongarm, the Bear Grylls, and the Big Rock. All-around winner for survival, the Bear Grylls. You're gonna ask why. It has that pommel, it's thick, it comes with the ferro rod, which I've used quite a bit. It comes with the honing steel on the back, that's correct. It has a good sheath for belt wear. Gerber is not generally well known for making good sheaths, but the sheath that comes with the Bear Grylls knife for belt wear is good. You can also throw it in your pack or strap it to the side of your pack, no problem. The lanyard hole is adequate. Sometimes you get a lanyard hole that you can't actually get a lanyard through. It has that little survival pamphlet on the back. If you need it, it's there. So for general survival, yes, the Bear Grylls wins. For everything else, especially integrating into Molly gear, the Strongarm is the clear winner to me. So you would have to make your decision as to what you're going to do. Be advised that in my situation, this chest rig functions as part of a bug out system. And I have the Strongarm integrated, A, because it does so well with Molly, B, because it does almost everything that the Bear Grylls does, and I carry a sharpening stone with me. So I'm not terribly worried about that, as well as a ferro rod with me. And I like it more for soldier type things than the Bear Grylls. So it can easily be integrated into a bug out bag or an inch bag or never going home bag or just a general rucksack or whatever. So how's that Baba? Is that Baba good? Is that good? Don't talk to me, sucker. I'm still sleepy. So those are our learned thoughts on the subject of Gerber fixed blades. And we shall talk to you later. We need to consume babas. Goodbye.